going on, guys? It is that time of month for a good old MTB unboxing. If you don't know what this is, I'm going to leave a link down, or not a link, description down in the description of what this all entails, just because I don't want to reiterate everything I've already said in my last video. It just kind of gets repetitive, and yeah. So, suppose we can just jump right into this. I'm going to keep it short and simple on this one, just because it doesn't need to be that long of a video. So, we're going to jump right into it. And still have yet to put this sticker on something. I don't know what kind of crazy lobster cannonball chainsaw thing where that would go. So that is yet to be decided. I'm getting a shot of my dog right back there. You can find that card. So yeah, one of the main things is that you get this card. It's a what's inside card. It kind of tells you what's inside of the box and kind of gives you how much it's for and what the name of it is. So I'm just going to go straight down the list and name them off. So the first one is the Bagley Spinner Bee, which is this bad boy right here. It's okay, looks like a black and purple, which is a really good color for around here for that stained water. It's going to really pop out and fish are going to be able to see it a little bit better. Ways I would fish this would be windblown banks, any kind of chop that's on the water. About maybe like 4 to 6 foot of water. 3/8 ounce spinnerbait too, so it's a little bit heavier one. It will sink a little faster, and so yeah, there's that one for you guys. Then the next one is going to be the Spit and Wall River to Sea. This one, I've already looked through this box just because like I said in my last one, I get excited and want to look at all my lures. So yeah, the Spit and Wall River to Sea. It's not this guy right here. Spit and Wall. It's a little popper frog. This thing looks really good. It's got a black bottom, which I don't really think it matters, but on my personal preference, black bottom frogs work the best for me, just because fish can see it better. Yeah, it's got a big popper on it. On the phone, actually. Take it out real quick here. I'm gonna show you that little popper that it's got. It's got a little popper right there. It's a soft popper, but I'm just gonna kick around some more water, give the frog a little more action in the water, kind of entice fish to bite a little bit more. So, I mean, in this, with a poppin' frog, you don't necessarily need standing vegetation. I mean, if you're fishing over, 4 feet of water with reeds down underneath there, you could throw that over the open water just because it's a popping frog, so it's giving more action and more sound to the fish so that they can come up and eat it. I've found that with popping frogs on the lily pads, they kind of get hung up more in the lily pads, so they're harder to fish in the pads, but over open water is more of a time where you would use a popping frog just for that reason there. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. And then the next is the Boyd Duckett BDT top water, which is this guy right here. This is actually going to come into play tomorrow. I'll save that for the end of the video. This is a cool little poppin', walking looking thing. It's got a nice little feather tail on it. It's loud, which is always awesome. So yeah, this thing will come into play tomorrow. So stay tuned, or just skip to the end of this video and see what I'm talking about. I don't care either way. But I enjoy it if you like listening to me to talk. So, but yeah, the little topwater popper walker thing should be pretty cool to use. The next is, and from on here, this box kind of gets you set up pretty well for a certain type of fishing, which is, so yeah, I'll kind of let you guess as I go on. This first one's going to kind of give it away, but anyways, next one is the Heavy Metal Punch Rig. So I mean, right there kind of tells you what this box gets you ready for. Right here is the punch rig from Heavy Metal. It's a tungsten weight on it, which is really cool because it's slimmer and still heavy at the same time. This doesn't tell me how heavy, half ounce weight on this, so I didn't look very hard at the first one apparently. But yeah, this is a pretty good color. Not really sure. It's like a kind of a bluegill-ish color. It's got that green and a little bit of blue, and I like this color a lot. So not sure when I'm going to be able to use this in the near future, but hopefully soon, because I've actually never really done a lot of punching and I want to. So hopefully sometime soon this will come into play. Next is going to be the Wrecking Craw by Catchco, which is MTB's kind of company of baits. And now I put 2 and 2 together finally with the Wrecking Craw. It's the same. It's a sticker that's on these baits. This is the Wrecking Craw here. I'm gonna take one out for you. Yeah, the Wrecking Craw right here. It's a cool little bait. Looks a lot like a crawfish. Actually, these will actually probably come into play tomorrow too. So sorry if my hands are a little dirty. I just got back from work and kind of jumped right into this video, but yeah, nice little color for the craw. Actually, instead of throwing these around, I'm going to kind of go over how you would rig this up, just for some of you that may not know how to rig a punch rig, and I'll kind of give you a quick little spiel on that. And then the next one is going to be the Yo Daddy Big Bite Baits. Mouthful. This is a little slimmer kind of looking craw. This has got a just kind of a little slimmer, a little smaller than those ones as well. Pretty sturdy. Yeah, it's another little craw, a little slimmer, so it can slide through the weeds a little better. Seems very smelly. And what is next? We got the Flippin' Hook by Zone Lock. This is a different kind of flippin' hook. I've never seen this kind. It's got a little notch right in there. I'm assuming to help with hook sets, kind of pegs it in there a little better. But not really sure. Maybe it might actually keep the bait in there a little better too. Either way, I am not sure. I've never seen it before. And lastly, but not leastly, it is the pegs by MTB. It's just pegs. They're simple little things. What you do is there's a little loop up on top here underneath the pegs here, or on top of the pegs here. You put your line through, you kind of almost double it over, and then you slide that peg up and through and onto your main line, and then that prevents your bait from sliding up and down on your line. And so for a quick little tutorial on how to rig this up, what you want to go ahead and do here is you want to put your peg on first, just for obvious reasons. You can't, if you put this on last, it basically defeats the purpose of it. So you put that on top, so you got your peg. I wish I had some line. I do not. I unfortunately do not have any line in here, so that would make it a little easier to show you, but yeah, you put your peg on first, and then you would slide this punch rig up through like this. So the skirt sits like this. Obviously you don't want it sitting like this. It doesn't make any sense. So you slide your skirt back, the punch rig up underneath the peg there, so it's sitting like this, and then you would go ahead and take your hook here. And then you would tie the hook with whatever kind of knot you want. I've heard people like the Snell knot on these. What the Snell knot really does is you kind of, again, if I had line, that would be so much better. But what the Snell knot does is when you set the hook, this would all kind of push down on it, and with that knot, it kind of kicks it up like this. So some people say it gives it a little better hookup ratio, but I haven't caught enough fish with that to say it does or doesn't. So yeah, then you got that. So really what it's going to end up looking like is this, and then whatever kind of trailer you want on there, and then it's all compact like this with the peg sitting right up top of here. With the peg sitting there, it just kind of keeps it all compact, and it slides through that whatever kind of thick cover that you're trying to fish through. It just helps it slide all through there. So that's the box. Just kind of a rough guesstimation on the price here is probably another $40 to $45 box for $25. Great deal. Recommend it. But now, like I was saying, this this bait right here is going to come into play tomorrow because we, as me and my dad, are going to the big pond. Yes, Mille Lacs Lake. We're going to Mille Lacs tomorrow for some smallmouth. I know what you're thinking, going to one of the, if not the best, walleye lakes in Minnesota to go and try and catch smallmouth. But I have never been there. My dad's only been there a couple times. And right now you can't keep any walleyes out of that lake anyway. So if we were going to drive that far just to walleye fish, we would want to bring some walleyes home. So we're driving that far to catch smallmouth because that's really about where smallmouth country starts in Minnesota. I mean, there's a few lakes somewhat near around here that catch smallmouth in, but not as quality as the ones in Mille Lacs. So hopefully things work out. We catch a few smallmouth out there and some nice ones at that. We kind of got a little tip from a guy at work. He goes up there a lot of where to catch some nice smallmouth. Weather's supposed to cooperate. Might rain, might not. About 30% chance. So yeah, so these and these craws are going to come into play tomorrow and hopefully play well and work. So yeah, expect a Mille Lacs video coming at you real soon here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you stuck around for this whole time and got my little spiel. If you skipped all the way to this, it's telling me we're going to Mille Lacs. Well, oh well. But yeah, thanks guys. We'll see you later.